It was a sunny Wednesday morning in a quiet suburb outside Charlotte, North Carolina. A woman named Camille Johnson stepped out of her brick townhouse wearing a crisp white button-down shirt and black slacks. She held two leather leashes in her hands. At the end of them, two massive German shepherds moved in perfect sync, alert but calm. Camille wasn't someone who liked attention. At 42, she had lived a disciplined, quiet life. Her neighbors barely knew what she did for a living, only that she was always polite, and that her dogs, Duke and Valor, seemed to understand every word she said. That morning, as Camille walked her usual route near the park, a black SUV pulled to a sudden stop behind her. Two white police officers stepped out, one younger and tense, the other older, and visibly agitated. "Ma'am," the older officer barked, "we've received a call about a suspicious individual walking dangerous dogs without muzzles." Camille stopped and turned calmly. "Officer, these dogs are service-trained. They pose no threat unless provoked." The younger cop stepped closer. "Can we see proof of ownership and their training certifications?" Camille raised an eyebrow. "Is this a routine check, or are you profiling me based on the way I look?" That question landed hard. The older officer stiffened. "Don't get smart. We have the right to investigate suspicious activity. These animals look dangerous." Camille nodded slowly. She reached into her jacket and pulled out a small ID folder. But before she could open it, the older cop put a hand on his weapon. "Nice and slow, ma'am. No sudden movements." Duke and Valor instantly shifted their posture. Ears up, bodies tense, but unmoving. Camille held up the folder. "This is my military credential. I served 15 years in the United States Air Force K-9 Division. These dogs, they're decorated military veterans. They've done more for this country than either of you." There was a long pause. The younger officer looked embarrassed. The older one scoffed, clearly not convinced. "That's so? Then why are you out here walking like you don't belong?" Camille took a slow breath and said, "Because I do belong. This is my neighborhood. I own this property. And those cameras on the lamppost, they just recorded everything you said." Suddenly, a voice called out from across the street, "Camille, everything okay?" It was Councilman Terrence Blake, local government official, out on his morning jog. He immediately recognized her. "Officers, this woman is a military hero. She's been training K-9 units for Homeland Security. Is there a problem?" The mood shifted instantly. The older cop stepped back. The younger one muttered, "Just a misunderstanding." Camille nodded. "Oh, I'm sure it was." She turned to walk away, but paused. Then, almost casually, she said, "Duke." Valor. The dog straightened. Front and center. They marched perfectly into a heel formation at her side, rigid, trained, unmistakably elite. And with that, Camille walked off, flanked by her loyal soldiers. Later that day, the body cam footage was leaked. The clip went viral. News stations picked up the story. The headline read, "Woman with military service dogs teaches officers a lesson in respect." The older officer was quietly reassigned. The department issued a public statement about profiling. Camille, meanwhile, received an invitation to speak at a national K-9 training summit. But she declined. When asked why, she simply said, "Respect isn't something you announce. It's something you carry and earn." And in that small town outside Charlotte, her quiet walks with Duke and Valor would never be interrupted again. Not because of fear, but because of earned respect.